Okay, let's do summary of chapter 1. Okay. Hashem is found everywhere. He is equally present in all times and situations. This means that there cannot be any situation in your life that there's no connection to Hashem. The circumstance is just accidental or coincidental, or completely mundane or physical. It's just Hashem is present and is giving us a way to connect to Him in every situation. Hashem reveals Himself distinctly to every created being according to His capacity. I mean, Hashem's not only creating us and giving us life, but He's really teaching and interacting with us on a personal level. We can each recognize that Hashem is personally involved with us and is teaching and guiding us throughout life. All that we need is to keep our eyes open to see. When we learn Torah, it becomes our very life. Not only do we understand the Torah's subject and all its instructions, but it becomes the focus of everything that our life is about. The way we think about everything in our life, family, our career, our health, etc., all is seen through the lens of Torah, and the Torah gives everything spiritual depth and meaning. Through the Torah, we become aware of how to connect to Hashem. We become aware of how to connect to Hashem in every situation, and to truly live at every moment with Hashem. Even though mitzvahs give us the ultimate connection to the infinite greatness, Hashem, they still need the Torah study to reveal their connection. When we study the mitzvahs and how they connect us to Hashem, this enables us to actually experience some of the infinite connection in our conscious mind. In the previous chapter of Mami, Dr. Rebbe asked how Hashem's mercy is expressed in the month of before answering. Dr. Rebbe explained at length the difference between Torah study and mitzvah performance. Now they correspond to two ways that Hashem reveals Himself. Encompassing all worlds equally, whereas true being exists everywhere. Filling our worlds internally, giving each creature a personalized existence and life according to what we can grasp. Through Torah, we can connect to Hashem's internally revealed light, and through which we can connect to the encompassing light of Hashem. Yeah, that's what he said. Okay, to explain the idea that the mitzvahs connect us to the encompassing light of Hashem, the Alter Rebbe explains the general idea that this encompassing light is more expressed in the physical than the spiritual world, which is one reason that mitzvahs can only be performed in the physical world. This is also why tshuva can only be done in the physical world and not in the spiritual world, since the power of the tshuva also comes from the encompassing light. However, tshuva's power comes from a deeper level in the encompassing light, and the level the mitzvahs derive from, which is why tshuva can correct the blemish caused by the lack of mitzvahs. It's written in Devarim, the mitzvah parsha. These are the mitzvahs that I command you today to do them only today in this physical world, which is called the world of action. Are we able to do tshuva? This is not the case in the spiritual world to come. The person will remain as he is. He's not able to transform himself from the way he is upon his arrival to the world to come. Except if his dirty garments of improper thought, speech, and action, the garments of soul will be removed from him through the process called the slingshot. The soul swung back and forth, spiritual awareness to physical awareness as a purification, practicing his soul, his mind, soul in proper conduct. But on his own, he is not able to change. At Tamhu, the reason for this is as follows: Mishum Shabalam Haba Amru Yoshvim Denanin. In the spiritual world to come, the sages said, Brachas of Dinei, the souls dwell there and enjoy the radiance of the divine presence. This is because they perceive Hashem's revelation in a way that they can actually understand. which means that the revelation is of the type that is Malik Olam and permeates the world and is investigated in creation. Invested in creation in a real manner. This aspect of how Hashem is Malik Olam and permeates the world varies according to the individual nature. According to the individual nature of each creature, as explained previously in the mind. Therefore, since the soul and the world to come exist in this aspect of Hashem's revelation, which in Malik Olam may permeate the world, it's impossible for one to change to a different level, since everything in that world is varied and different, and each thing has its own specific place. There, everything exists in its clearly defined level and categories, and nothing can change to become something other than what it already is. However, in this physical world, there is a revelation of how Hashem is encompassing our world. And even though it is hidden, so we cannot perceive it, it nonetheless has an effect here in this physical world. Since there's an expression of how Hashem is Sovek Kalam, encompassing all worlds, which is the same in all worlds, and makes them all seem equal by comparison. Even opposites like good and bad, like it says about this level, if you have acted righteously, what have you given him? Since on this level all seems equal, we're able to tshuva and to change from bad to good. The analogy for this used in Chassidus is from a fetus. During the time of conception, the gender of the fetus is not yet determined. Only after the first stage of gestation in the womb, the gender of the fetus is established. This is why at the very beginning of pregnancy, one may pray for the baby to be a specific gender, but after 40 days of pregnancy, it isn't appropriate. The gender is already established by then and should not be changed. The analogy is that in the physical world, there are always open possibilities for change. But in the spiritual world to come, everything is already established, and the soul can't change itself. Right. Note the concept that on a certain level, good and bad seem equal to Hashem is not to be understood literally. Hashem himself decided that he hates bad deeds and loves good deeds. And this is the ultimate truth. However, Hashem created a level where the difference between bad and good is not noticeable. The revelation of Hashem's greatness that makes everything in all the world seem equally compared to it. The purpose of this level is there must be a level on which unholiness is possible, so we can choose to serve Hashem of our own free will. There must be a level where good and bad are interchangeable, so we can change from bad deeds to good deeds, and bad thoughts and feelings to good ones. This level that Hashem created is expressed mainly in the physical world. Even someone who is presently completely wicked on the lowest level can change himself to become a very righteous person. And this is possible because of the revelation of Hashem's accompanying light in this world. This is the meaning of what our sages say in Pirkei Avos 4:17. 1 hour of tshuva and good deeds in this physical world is better than all the life of the world, spiritual world to come. This is because the life of the spiritual world to come is only from the aspect of our Hashem's revelation is Malik Olam and permeates our worlds, which is expressly limiting and restricting the light to what each creature can handle. Like it says, Menachos 29b, the world to come was created with the letter Yud, just like a Yud is shaped like a dot. So too, Hashem's light had to be struck down to the smallest point in order to be internalized within each of us, according to our capacity. Now, the Torah and good deeds that we perform in this physical world are from this aspect of Hashem's relation, from the aspect of how Hashem's relation is Sovek Kalam, encompassing all worlds, equally beyond the limitations. Ikar Kavanas, you need us a nefesh lislabish, but group of five Achomri Mishum Shmoilam Hazi Yesharos. Sovek Kalam Minasher Lazoi, Tucha Levari, Lahafoich Meira. This is the main purpose for which the divine soul came down, to become invested into a physical body. Only in the physical world is there an expression of Hashem's revelation is Tovim Kalam and encompasses all worlds, which enables it to refine and transform the animal soul and body from bad to good. לפי ערך זה נויסלי, לאדם שני יחיו במספר, בקצבה לזה. 70 שנה לזה. שמונים, כולם היינו, כפי מספר מה שצריך לברר ולהפוך מהירה לטוב. The number of years of life is allotted to each person according to this goal. To one person 70 years, to another person 80 years, etc. Each according to the amount that he needs to refine and transform the animal soul and body from bad to good. Every day a person refines and transforms another portion so that throughout the years of a person's life he completes the process of refining everything for which the soul came down into the world. As we explained it specifically because of Hashem's encompassing light. Being expressed in the physical world, we are able to transform the body and animal soul from bad to good through tshuva. Our mitzvahs to focus is on how a mitzvah can refine and transform the body and animal soul. The mitzvahs are the recipients of the encompassing light. Torah study, by contrast, exists in the spiritual world too, where the encompassing light is not expressed as much. That's what we explained. Specifically because of Hashem's encompassing light being expressed in the physical world, we're able to transform the body and animal soul from bad to good through tshuva, Torah mitzvahs. The focus on the mitzvahs can refine and transform the physical body and animal soul, since mitzvahs are the recipients of the encompassing light. Torah, by contrast, exists in the spiritual world too, where the encompassing light is not expressed as much. Now, thus, we explain that tshuva derives not only from the same encompassing light the mitzvahs came from, but from an even deeper level of Hashem, or higher, we might say. Tshuva can even fix and complete what was lacking from the mitzvahs. Okay, and that's it for part 2. We'll do part 3 tomorrow. Yes,